What's good? Smoother man here. Well, fellas, today's topic is about maintaining masculine frame. In other words, keeping your Mack up and never slacking up. Guys, I mean, you know, we've talked about it many times. And, um, you know, women, especially the modern women today, can take you on a roller coaster ride of emotions. And that's why it's very important to maintain masculine frame, or as I like to say, never slack up, keep your Mack up, right? And that means that through it all, man, and of course it takes time. I know, if you're not used to it, it takes time. We all, some of us may have it naturally, and others you just gotta build that mental fortitude, that mental strength to deal with the, first of all, dealing with her emotions. You know what I mean? If you got your wife or your committed relationship, and then dealing with the stuff that she will or she can attempt to drag you through. And if you do not maintain your masculine frame, if you do not keep your Mack up, bro, it can bring you down, bro. It can bring you down into depression, into sadness, anger, you know what I mean? And but that's why it's very important that you never slack up, right? You gotta learn how to practice. If you're not familiar with Stoicism, I would suggest you look that up. Stoicism is just about maintaining, a steady, like keeping your emotions and feelings steady and under control. You know what I mean? Regardless of what the circumstances are, you just try to remain steady, focused, calm. And you don't want to crash out. Try not to crash out. And at the same time, you also try not to go low into depths of sadness and depression. You know what I mean? But it takes practice, man. It takes practice. It takes, mental. You really gotta get inside your own head, man. You know what I mean? You really gotta get inside your own head, because if not, bro, these women will drive you crazy. These women will drive you to anger. They'll drive you the other way, down low into depression and sadness. You know what I mean? I just saw a video of a gentleman speaking about pretty much the same thing, but what motivated him is because he had seen some stories, or he knew some guys who had took themselves out over women. You know what I mean? And so I guess I'm piggybacking off of him and reminding my audience, the smoother man, that part of being a smoother man is being smooth and calm, right? Smooth and calm through the storms, of life. Smooth and calm through whatever emotions the woman in your life might take you to, whether it's your wife or you're in a committed relationship. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, you know what I mean? You gotta just learn how to maintain it. Again, like I said, it's you gotta get inside your head, bro. You really gotta get inside. You gotta talk to yourself. You gotta really get inside your mind and fight those feelings. Fight if she makes you really angry, fight the desire to crash out. Because we've seen stories like that too, where guys crash out and they wind up going on a spree. They wind up going on a pew pew spree. You know what I mean? So you don't want to do that. Then some guys get really low and depressed and sad. Some guys get really low and depressed to the point where, like I said, they take themselves out. So you don't want to go to either extreme. You got to maintain. You got to keep your Mack up, bro. You got to stay smooth. You know what I mean? You got to stay calm, through it all. And just be able to, to maintain and keep that steady focus and not let them drag you either way, bro. Because if they will, they can. If they can, they will. You know what I mean? And that's just the way it is today, bro. So you just gotta learn how to maintain, man. And as I've said before in my past videos, one of the things that I recommend that can help you with that is to just remember, bro, that I'm sure you heard the saying before. It's she's not yours. It's just your turn. Learn how to enjoy the moments that you have, but always be ready and prepared, or always have the expectation that you may not be able to have her. She may not be yours forever. She may not be in your life forever. And if you can do that, if you can get that in your mind and maintain that and be strong, and just like I said, that doesn't mean you don't enjoy the time with your wife or in your committed relationship, but just have it in the back of your mind that, hey, one day it could be over. One day she could just change her mind. You know what I mean? You just never know. So if you can go forward with that in mind, you can spare yourself either extreme. You can spare yourself the crash out. You could spare yourself the deep depressions. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah, just a reminder to, again, that's my slogan for Smoother Man. Never slack up. Keep your Mack up. Okay, guys? Remember, you got to get inside your own head. You got to get inside your own mind. Right? You got to talk to yourself. You got to be like a coach you got to be like your own coach inside your own mind. You know what I mean? And of course, if you still need help, you can always contact me and we can, give you a consultation. We can, I can try to help you through it. You know what I mean? Give you some advice, talk to you if you need it. So I'm here, guys. You can contact me right here through TikTok. If you've seen some of my older videos, I do have we do got a website, things where you can set up consultations, things like that. So contact either way. Either check out my old past videos about it and see the site, or just send me a DM and we can set up a consultation and we'll try to help you through it. But again, in any way, you still got to try to get inside your own head and focus. All right, guys? So again, remember, never slack up. Keep your Mack up. Maintain masculine frame. Okay? Just be prepared in your mind to know that these women can drag you through it, bro. Can drag you through it. Okay? All right. Be strong. Don't forget to like and follow. Peace. I'm out. Smoother Man.